have no idea what today is. So, all right. Okay, when you're ready.
Okay, we got 25 seconds. I'll let you listen.
All right, thanks.
KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Good to join you over there in social media land and or on the road. It is a beautiful day today. A little bit later on, we're going to be talking about sipping your way through spring with some tasty and easy plant-based beverage options. We're going to be talking to Anessa Chumbley, who's a registered dietitian, and we've had her on the show a couple of times. She's always got some really good, interesting things on how to do it and how to do it right. So we're going to be talking about some of her recipes, from whipped iced coffees to protein-rich fruit and veggie packed smoothies to a creamy plant-based shake with a secret healthy ingredient. We'll be talking to her around the corner. Super excited about that, including some stuff that you may or may not know that you can get at the supermarket. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
So, oat milk. Have you been trying that? Have you noticed that that's like a latest craze thing?
Wait, oat milk? I didn't know oats lactate, but okay.
Well, yeah, oats it's kind of like an alternative to dairy. So, if you've tried it, I know I tried it once at I think it was Starbucks. And they're like, "Do you want oat milk?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll try it out." And it was kind of like an oatmeal morning, in my beverage. So, but there's some other cool choices with that you could do as well. So maybe you tried it, maybe you didn't. Let us know on social media. Do you like it? Do you prefer it? Or is it something you got to get your head around? For me, it was a little bit different. I don't think I was quite prepared for it. But for some, it is a good alternate choice. So there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Like?
Huh?
What does it taste like?
Well, imagine do you ever have oatmeal?
Yeah, you got me curious now.
Oatmeal combined with like depending on the drink, maybe like with cinnamon, like if you put cinnamon on it, and then it's subtle, but it's there. You can taste the oats, if that makes any sense. So it's like, I think I still prefer almond milk, or maybe, yeah, almond milk is still my preferred choice, but you might like it. I'm not saying, everybody's taste buds are different.
It might. I'll try it. I've tried soy milk before. Not a fan of it. I've tried almond milk before. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, like, you could tell it's oat milk, so there you go. All right. Today is National Banana Day, National Glazed Spiral Ham Day, National Rubber Eraser Day, National Take a Wild Guess Day, National Tax Day, National Titanic Remembrance Day, Purple Up Day, Get to Know Your Customers Day, and National High Five Day. Of these, which will you celebrate today, Jesse?
Okay, there's a lot of them today. So I think we should remember the Titanic. Not the Leonardo DiCaprio one, but the actual one that fell.
All right, I thought you were going to say tax day just because everybody's got to do the taxes. But
True, but taxes got postponed by another month, didn't they?
Did they? I don't even know. I know, like, okay. Oh man, well, I'm doing this. You got to look that up, because now I don't want to give out bad information. Not saying it's bad, but that's good to know. Known as the unsinkable ship, the Titanic hit an iceberg at 11:40 p.m. on April 14th, 1912, on her maiden voyage from England to New York City. In the icy waters of the Atlantic Ocean on April 15th, the Titanic sank. Those, of course, who perished did so mainly due to an insufficient number of lifeboats on board the ship. Since that time, journalists, engineers, ocean explorers, historians, survivors, descendants of those lost, and more have been trying to piece together the events leading up to that night. Hours of documentation, salvage expeditions, interviews, all record the perspectives of those involved, from investors to designers to builders to sailors, right down to the communications and those left behind. Every angle and every myth has been considered. To this day, it's still a heartbreaking and mesmerizing story, no matter where you begin. As you sail through the history of Titanic, you can learn more about the secrets, people, and myths. Read about the Titanic following its timeline, discover the survivors' stories, watch a documentary, movie, or take a virtual tour of the ship. There's some cool stuff that you could check out on that exact. Here's one by Walter Lord, A Night to Remember. Another one by Richard Davenport Hines, at Voyagers of the Titanic, passengers, sailors, shipbuilders, aristocrats, and the worlds they came from. Titanic, directed by James Cameron, of course, starring Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. Francis Delaney did theirs, Waking the Titanic, and then Secrets of the Titanic. If you want to do a deck experience, it's kind of cool. They have one here, and all you have to do is watch it on YouTube, and you simply, they take you through, I guess, a virtual version of it, and you can check it out right there. So I'll bring it up for you guys to see on social media, on the chat room. But what do you know about the Titanic, Jesse?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember everything I know about the Titanic and removing everything I learned from the movie. I know absolutely nothing.
Okay, so that made no sense to me, but I trust it made sense. Wait, but you know nothing? You got to know something, because the Titanic, I mean, it was more real than not.
The movie? Let's see. I know that it was an expensive ship that everyone thought was unsinkable.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had a sister ship, didn't it? I want to say it did. I don't know. Let's see what else.
Yeah, there was well, okay, so facts about the Titanic, right? Facts about Titanic. Okay, let's just kind of do that since today's National Titanic Day. Some Titanic facts to remember or discover. The length of the Titanic was actually 882 feet 9 inches. It was 825 tons, the amount of coal used per day.
Wow.
Is what it used. 10,000 was the approximate number of lamp bulbs used on the ship. It actually cost $7,500,000, which, you know, by then standards, I mean, inflation and the not. The number of workers killed during the build were 2. Horses needed to transport the main anchor were 20. Food on the Titanic had 14,000 gallons of drinking water used every 24 hours, 40,000 number of fresh eggs, and the provisions. Lifeboats, there were 64. The number of lifeboats the Titanic was equipped to carry. The number of lifeboats she was actually carrying, 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the number of people on board the first lifeboat, which had a capacity of 65 people, 28.
Wow, that's horrifying.
That's called people thinking for themselves. Called, no, we're good. We don't need anything. No, we're good. So if you can see the chat, so what you could do is kind of a 360 experience. So you can move it around, part 1, deck A and B. And if you're looking for this, all you have to find it is on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. You could kind of, you know, talk about it and feel what it was like to be part of the Titanic. I believe they have a Titanic version that they've remastered it, right? So that I just hope they don't sail with it again.
So they did make another one, the Titanic 2, and I thought it was supposed to set sail this year, but we'll see. I'm not gonna lie, I would get a ticket. Hopefully they have enough lifeboats this time.
Yeah, well,
and, considering we have,
they're like, no, we got to keep it the same. No, don't set sail, you dummies. Sorry.
Oh God, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, so go to Vicinity 360. Vicinity 360 has a bunch of these, evidently, and you can. That's on YouTube. So Vicinity 360, and go ahead and subscribe to them. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to them right now. I'm going to go ahead and like that, and then let's see. They've got a bunch of other really cool stuff as well. They got a Fortnite 360. They got Storm King. They got Spider-Man VR. They got a lot of VR stuff. So Vicinity 360 has that if you want to tour that and maybe, you know, show your kids, talk about it, and then say, this is why we learn to swim and get on boats that actually have the right amount of lifeboats. Isn't that sad, though? That's
True,
called...
But even if you could swim, I think you would die. I'm pretty sure the water was cold.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was icebergs. I mean, hello. So you basically you froze to death in the water. So, and that is, some people probably think that was an easy way to go. It's not easy, especially if you were trapped in the Titanic going down in a stateroom or the like. So that's never ever fun. But there you go. So yeah, number of people aboard. The maximum number of people that Titanic could carry was actually 3,500. 3,547. The number of people aboard were 2,223. The number of honeymooning couples on the voyage, 13.
Wow.
And you can read more about the Titanic passengers. There's a link. All you have to do is titanicfacts.net. So there you go. A lot of information, and you can find out all of that and much, much more. Yeah, it currently lays 12,600 feet at the ocean floor. So there you go.
You see, now I have one major question.
Sure.
So on the movie, the band was playing till the very end. Did they really do that in real life?
Yes.
Those people, wow, those are heroes.
Yeah, in fact, the original band of the Titanic, there actually is a website, because I did look at this. They call them the Musicians of the Titanic, the famous Titanic band.
Wow.
And evidently, and I'll bring this up too. It's funny that I know this. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share that one as well, so you guys can see it. So it's a little bit of, there you go. The band of Titanic is one of the most mysterious and legendary tales. Titanic's 8-member band was led by Wallace Hartley, and upon panic of the passengers during Titanic's sinking, assembled in the first-class lounge to play in an effort to keep everyone calm. The ship continued to plunge. The band moved to the forward half of the boat deck and continued playing even when their doom became apparent. All members of the Titanic band died that night while playing. The final song they played is up for debate. Mrs. Vera Dick, a first-class Canadian passenger, reported that the final song played by the band was a hymn, Nearer, My God, to Thee. However, reports indicate that Mrs. Dick had left by way of lifeboat an hour and 20 minutes previously and could not have been there to witness the final song played by the band. Which one was she on? The one with 20? That's all right. She survived. Whatever. Although the band's leader, it was the rich that survived. Did you notice that? Hartley did say once to a friend that if he were on a sinking ship, Nearer, My God, to Thee would be among the songs he would play. Harold Bride, one of the wireless operators, reported in 1912 that he had heard the song Autumn just before the ship sunk to the depths of the sea. The account of Harold Bride was popularized in the Walter Lord book, A Night to Remember. Despite that, neither the hymn Autumn or the closest version to it, Walt's Song d'Autumn, were in the White Star Line songbook for the band. This still remains the best testimony, as Bride was the only person who could have possibly heard the band's last song as he floated off the deck just before the ship went down. I would trust him. Just because it wasn't in it didn't mean that they didn't know what it was. And those are the heroic faces, the heroic musicians of the Titanic that actually did literally go down with the ship. Makes you wonder who they really were, right?
It really does, because they may not be remembered, by their names, but their actions will always be remembered. Because I've seen little scenes in cartoons and stuff like that where ship is going down and the band is playing. I always wondered on where that came from, so I'm assuming it was from this.
Yes, yeah, it was that. See, so you did learn stuff from the movie. They had a lot of good moments in there that make you go, wait, did that happen? Did that happen? Did that happen? And he did try to stay as close as possible to the reality of it, including how it broke down. So James Cameron, you got to give props for that. But okay, we got to take a quick break. We got more, including tax postponement. Was it a thing? Did it really happen? Is that something we need to know about? We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
KMET AM 1490 presents Beaumont High School football. This Saturday night, April 17th at 5 p.m., Beaumont meets Redlands East Valley in a Citrus Belt League game. Live from Don Smith Field in Beaumont. I'm Mitch McClellan. Join Brett Malik, Scott Reed, and me as the Cougars meet the Blackhawks. Beaumont football broadcasts are sponsored by Del Taco Beaumont, Top Line Industrial Supply, Little & Sons Insurance Services, the Sand Trap Sports Bar and Grill, AC Propane, Donut Delight, Cherry Valley Nursery and Landscape Supply, Truckworks, La Michoacana, Scott's Headers and Mufflers, Pericone Juices, Ramona's Mexican Restaurant, and Class X Auto Body. That's Beaumont High School football action this Saturday night at 4:45 for the pregame show, live from Beaumont on your home for Cougars football, KMET AM 1490.
Hi, I'm Frederick Penny of Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. I bet you're tired of hearing lawyer commercials, so just relax and listen to music for a few seconds. When you or a family member has been injured, call 800-616-4LAW or see us at PennyandAssociates.com. See, that wasn't so bad.
For generations, alligators have weathered nature, biological threats, and predators. How do they do this? The answer is in their uncanny DNA. Alligators have one of the strongest immune systems in the animal kingdom. Their fat cells contain the essential oils needed to fight off deadly infection and rejuvenate skin. How can you benefit from the alligator's amazing rejuvenating powers? Cayman oil. Cayman oil is the revitalizing and healing power of the alligator in a bottle. Cayman oil is carefully purified and refined with an added hint of vitamin E and lavender to better harness the alligator's ability to heal worn and damaged skin. Treat dry skin, infections, cuts, burns, scarring, eczema, rashes, muscle and joint pain, and more. Even athlete's foot. It's clinically proven to kill the flesh-eating bacteria MRSA. This really works. We guarantee it or your money back. Go to mycayman.com. mycaimon.com. That's mycayman.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. And Jesse has the latest update on the taxes. Give it to us, Jesse.
Yes, to be honest, I was actually just joking around about that because,
Never joke around about taxes, Jesse.
Well, I figured that they would extend it like they did last year because, we're still in the pandemic type thing. So they actually did. So Monday, May 17th is tax day. Remember that day.
Yes, remember that. Very, very important. This year, taxpayers will have an extra month to file taxes instead of the usual April 15th tax day. The IRS says taxpayers now have until 11:59 p.m. on May 17th to get those tax returns postmarked or emailed to avoid interest and penalties. Why was it changed? Well, IRS Commissioner Chuck Rettig said in a news release, this continues to be a tough time for many people, and the IRS wants to continue to do everything possible to help taxpayers navigate the unusual circumstances related to the pandemic, which while also working on important tax administration responsibilities. You may wonder if tax day to mid-May was necessary. The country has been dealing with the pandemic for at least a year, but we've all been accustomed to 6 feet apart, wearing masks and working from home, but more people are getting vaccinated every day. It's good to have extra time, but from a tax standpoint, did it need to be moved? Well, delaying it made sense to Curtis Campbell, the president of TaxAct, an online tax preparation company. They said, quote, "We're facing one of the most complex tax seasons in our country's history. So many Americans faced unique circumstances in 2020 that will have an immense impact on their tax filing that they may have never encountered before, ranging from unemployment income to stimulus payments." I could guarantee you right now, my mom didn't get her stimulus payments at all. So it's kind of like, wait, how do we account for that? Because I know she owes. So I'm like, so I'm glad we have the time to do this because I got to meet with our tax professional. Maybe we could have her on the show in the coming weeks to answer some questions. The IRS recognized that consumers are still navigating these complexities and hence extended the deadline. With an extra 30 days, taxpayers will have more space, flexibility, and confidence to file their taxes. An extra 32 days. So there you go. And you know what? Good job, I will say, because, and sometimes people, including landlords, can be a little bit nasty around this time. Have you encountered any that you've heard of other stories of ones like either kicking them out or getting rid of them at a time like this?
No, I've never heard that. That would be horrible.
I've heard of 3 so far. So
Wow.
Yeah. So and landlords could be kind of stupid that way. Don't be a bad landlord that way. Okay. Don't be I literally heard it from our own landlord. Maybe I should give it to myself, or else I get like canned on all of a sudden. I'm like, okay, now looking for a new place to live again. But we'll see what happens. But just look, don't be that type of landlord that's like, well, I'm only going to fix things if you pay. You're like, yeah, but we had an agreement on extension of payments. Like, oh, we signed it. So stuff like that. Don't get strong armed. I get it. I know some people are like, well, you're not a landlord, you wouldn't know. Everybody's feeling the pinch, literally. So that there are government programs for landlords that have multi-dwelling units as well, and others as well. And I guess they're upset that a good majority of other apartment owners, or I should say apartment dwellers, are not able to pay right away. So everybody's having to feel it. So we really got to buckle down and remember, we're all in it together. We really are. So whatever government's going to do next, of course, kind of is the question. Is it enough? Has it been enough? And what are they going to do around the corner? I'm sure they're going to do more. I can't see Biden not doing anything for the rest of real estate, because real estate's about to go belly up if they don't address it right away. Let's see. So there you go. There it is, Jesse. Yep, you were right. May 17th. Who knew? Yay. And good morning to all the others, including Judy, who says, my favorite is white chocolate oat milk lavender from Dutch Brothers Coffee in Washington. There you go. So, and she says, I like them to drizzle dark chocolate and add whipped cream too. So good to know. All right, we got to take a quick break. We got somebody coming up around the corner. Who is it? Oh, yeah, she's going to talk about some interesting oat milk varieties, as well as some other good stuff. You're going to want to tune into this right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Who is the Atua Man? Can you imagine exploring spiritual consciousness through an exotic action-adventure story? The Atua Man is masterfully illuminated in this self-discovery novel by John Stevenson. Dive into the page-turning epic hero's journey, weaving together high action with spiritual revelation. Join the Atua Man and his colorful cohorts as they travel through the majestic Hawaii, the hidden mysteries of Polynesia, and the intrigue, starting with the mysterious healing that breeds chaos in London. This journey guides us through the trials of living in the material world, arriving into enlightened consciousness, perhaps glimpse into the fabric of creation. How is the Atua Man affected by the global healing ministry surrounding him? How does he navigate the complexities of love, forgiveness, life and death, wealth and power? Find out in John Stevenson's TheAtuaMan.com, Apple Books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with the mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness, 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
Affordable meals into our weekly planning. It could feel like a challenge, though, but it really doesn't have to. Joining us today with her tips for healthy and refreshed menu ideas for every meal of the day is registered dietitian Anessa Chumley. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Anessa.
Good morning, Aaron. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to drink some delicious new drinks. But tips for keeping mealtime easy, healthy, and affordable. What do you got for us?
Well, you know what I have for you, Aaron? I've got some delicious sips of spring. So what we're going to do is start with coffee, because if you're like me in the morning, I cannot live without my coffee. Are you a coffee drinker by any chance?
I'm not gonna lie. I got hooked and then I got unhooked, and you're gonna get me hooked again. So yeah, I'm a hit and miss guy.
Okay, so I was sitting for that reason. Well, what I like to do, I call it wake up juice, and I have like a twist on the whipped coffee trendy hack. And it's what I like to do is start with my new favorite. It's barista oat milk from Open Nature. I don't know if you've heard of this stuff, but this oat milk is rich and creamy, and it comes to us, like I said, from Open Nature, which is one of my favorite brands that you're going to find exclusively at your local Albertsons, Bonds, and Pavilions. And the reason why I love them is because they're dedicated to clean, minimally processed products free from 110 additives and preservatives. I have a family of 7. So I love knowing that when I use Open Nature, I'm using those quality ingredients that support the well-being of my family. So I start with that oat milk, and then I add in a splash of O Organics vanilla extract over ice.
Oh.
And then you make the whipped coffee just by using instant coffee, O Organics pure maple syrup for a touch of natural sweetness, and hot water. So you whip that up with like a mixer, and it like quadruples in volume. It's fluffy and frothy and delicious. You spoon that over the rich, creamy oat milk, and it's morning magic in a cup. And it's great if you're dairy-free. If you're not, I think you're going to love it too.
Well, I will say, and I talked about this before, because oat milk I've had lately at Starbucks, right? And they said, "Did you want oat milk?" I'm like, "What is that?" I don't know, and I was a little scared. But I tried, and I was like, "Okay, this is actually really good." And for those that love dairy and or almond milk, I mean, it is. I mean, it's oat, so it's kind of like oatmeal in the morning with your drink. But can you say why it's important and why it's kind of the new kind of top standard as well?
Yeah, the new thing, right? So this is kind of like bringing the coffee shop home. So I'm glad that you gave it a try, and now you can buy it and have it right in your fridge. So you asked why. One of the reasons is it's lactose free, and it's just another plant-based option. I have in my home my little guy, actually Honor. He's 8, and he can't do any dairy that has lactose. It is awful for his little tummy. So this kind of a thing is free of lactose. I actually have stopped drinking milk myself. It does something with my joints. It doesn't everybody. Some people do dairy and they are wonderful with it.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, I love keeping oat milk around because it's just a little bit richer and creamier than almond milk. So it's great to pair with your morning coffee. So for those of your listeners that haven't tried it, I really think you're going to like it. You can pick it up when you go into your local store.
Oh, I'm doing it. Obviously, having a family of 7, it's easy to get rushed in the morning to be like, okay, we got to go. We got to get you to where you got to go. How do you feed your whole family a good breakfast? Like, because, eggs, waffles, and pancakes aren't always an option.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. I usually find that prepping ahead is like the secret weapon in my back pocket. So I have just some traditional things that I like to make and keep in the freezer. And that's kind of the trick that I use for our big family, which means I just think one step ahead. So when it comes to spring, though, Aaron, I like to make smoothies in the morning. And what you can do is make up smoothie bags, like in a gallon zip top bag, keep those in the freezer. Then in the morning, just pop that into the blender with Open Nature vanilla almond milk. So that's kind of like the classic milk that I use in all my smoothies. And it's, since it's spring, sometimes we want something a little more fresh, something fruity. And I always, into every smoothie lately, I've put a scoop of, they've got this new plant-based vanilla protein powder. I don't know if you've heard of or seen it, but I cook with it. I put it into morning muffins. I put it into, I've been making lately a triple berry ombre smoothie, which sounds really extravagant. It's easy, but it's like a model. Let's call it that.
Okay. Well, it sounds delicious. Lunch. What about people that, because I know so many people that just kind of pummel through lunch, and if they had it, they'd be able to get through that 1, 2, 3 o'clock, like, I'm out of energy mode. You know what I mean?
I sure do. Well, when you go into your local store, okay, this is what I like to do. In my local Albertsons or Bonds or Pavilions, I always pick up some kind of a fresh veg. and maybe it is a bagged salad or different kinds of vegetables, I take them home along with, so here's what I do. I prep those veggies. I put them in the fridge inside in my refrigerator in clear containers. That way I have like a salad bar, only my own personal salad bar that's in the refrigerator that I can pull from. And then I always cook up some, maybe it's boneless, skinless chicken breast from Open Nature, or maybe it's ground beef. They've got an amazing grass-fed ground beef from O Organic. So that way it's cooked and it's already ready for me in the fridge. And when it comes to lunch, I can just throw something together, whether it's for me or my kids. I even, you know what, I'll take the O Organic canned beans, drain those, rinse them, and put those in the fridge too. And that way I've got some spring salads on my side. For O Organics, which I don't know if you've seen, Aaron, but when you go into your local store, they have now more than 1,500 items for every occasion. So they're so affordable too. And that's what I love about the O Organics brand. It used to be kind of difficult to go organic, and O Organics has made it so much easier. I call them my barrier breaker to going organic.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm showing our online audience the Vons website. Again, you can do this Pavilions, Vons, or Albertsons, and you can just pull it up. They have it plant-based, everything right there on their homepage. And they got some other really cool mixes that I think you're kind of talking about and you're alluding to. Always non-GMO. That's kind of important. USDA certified organic and farm to conserve biodiversity. I do participate in this. They got a lot of good nuts. I'm not gonna lie, they do have jerky, which is so good. I'm sorry, I love my jerky. And then they got recipes as well. So talk to me about dinner, because
Aaron, you know what? I am getting a wrap. Sadly, my friend, I'm gonna have to go, but I want to leave you with a dessert recipe though. So it's a mint chocolate shake. I'm gonna give you the website where to get it at, because it's plant-based. I really think that you're going to like it. It's got some hidden elements in it. You're going to find it at albertsons.com/ourbrands, or you could go to vonserpavilions.com/ourbrands. And then to find your favorite new and innovative Open Nature O Organics item that I love sharing, just go in store and you can, again, find that recipe, albertsons.com/ourbrands.
All right. Thank you for spending time with us. Again, Anessa is the one to follow. Do so. She's on social media as well. Got a good Instagram following as well. Follow her for all the great details. Vons, Pavilions, Albertsons, all where it's at. We're going to take a quick break. We got more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Hello, listeners. Christopher here from The Christopher Show. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about CBD. Now, CBD is not approved by the FDA as of yet. Myself, as well as millions of other people across the USA, have used it with help for pain, anxiety, sleep, and other conditions. Now, you know, all CBD products are not equal. It really matters on where you get the CBD from. Now, I suggest you get it from a qualified pharmacist, and I happen to know of one. It's at Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California. They only carry pharmaceutical-grade CBD products of the highest quality. So if you want the best, you go to Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions. Their staff is there to help you with all your CBD, pharmacy, and mobility needs. They're located at 1680 East 6th Street in Beaumont, California. Give them a call, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California, 951-845-8252.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the tax relief hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Go find Anessa Chumley on Instagram. Tell her we sent you. Really cool stuff, actually. I'm looking at one of the things that she wanted to talk about but didn't get to with us because we always run out of time. And it is this. Let me see if I can bring it up really quick. It is where is it at? When I show you, you will love it. No, that's not it. But let's go ahead and click here. It's a plant-based milk chocolate shake. And Jesse, if you just look at this, I guarantee you're going to want to share this with your mom. Because I can almost say without a doubt, when you see it, you're going to be like, yes, please. So look at our live viewing of it and you'll see it.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Oh my God.
Describe that for our family on the radio or audio devices.
Okay, so what I'm looking at is like a clear jar, and what's that green stuff?
Well, that's a good question. It's a combination of spinach, which you think, wait, what? But it looks like a delicious malt shake. Here it is. It's called a plant-based mint chocolate shake. Tasty, ready in minutes, perfect for any time of the day. Whip up this plant-based shake for a healthy take on a classic combination of mint and chocolate. You can easily make this shake vegan too. Just swap in dairy-free dark chocolate chips. And then they give you the recipe, but they also give you all the ways to get it. So you get the O Organics baby spinach, 5 ounce. You get an O Organics organic chocolate chip semi-sweet package. You get an Open Nature almond milk original ½ gallon with an Open Nature frozen dessert cashew milk vanilla bean, 1 pint of that, with a McCormick extract pure peppermint, and then a signature select refresh ice cube party ice. You can order it online, get it delivered. Total amount for this recipe is $21.35. And there you go. And then they have the cooking instructions right there. In a high-powered blender, add almond milk and spinach. Blend on high until mixture is completely smooth. Add in vanilla bean frozen dessert and mint extract. Then blend again. Add in a handful of ice cubes. Pulse until mixture is thick and creamy. If needed for consistency, add more almond milk and blend again. And then drizzle a little melted chocolate into a glass. Pour in the mint shake and drizzle the rest of the chocolate on top of the shake. You just put it all in there. Yum, yum, yum. And there you go. It is a nice, tasty treat made to look quite good, right? You never thought of spinach being healthy like that and tasty.
I like spinach. I have not thought about using it in a smoothie or a drink like that. That's actually pretty clever. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks amazing. I wish I could show everyone that's listening right now, but it just looks like an amazing mint chocolate shake, and it's dairy free, which is what I like.
And Mom agrees. Judy says, I love chocolate chips and mint. Yummy. So there you go. So probably if you want to go there, depending on which one you shop at, Albertsons, Vons, or Pavilion, just type in their name.com and then /ourbrands. /ourbrands, and then you'll find all the information right there. Rosalie says, unfortunately, my boys are not breakfast eaters. I cannot get myself ready and cook breakfast to get to work on time. I'm working from home. Kudos to the folks that have time and energy to prep. I wish I was that organized, but I'm happy with coffee until lunchtime. So there you go. Just teach them how to make it, and then they can make it for you. How about that? Because, that's the thing. I know I used to sometimes do that for my mom, especially omelets, but then I got out of it. But I like to do a quick fast, like Hebrew National Wieners with because they answer to a higher source, and with some eggs, and boy, that just you combine those two together, it is just good to go. But I like what she said, just get them ready in a bag, ready to toss in. But when you got a family of 7 and she's got the little ones, I mean, it's like, she's always prepping. So smart, and there you go. So go check that out as well.
We need robots that can cook, like for like homes and stuff. Like if you're busy, just throw a bunch of ingredients in there and the robot takes care of it.
Yeah, just don't give them a knife. Okay, I think I saw an Outer Limits on that. I'm sorry, my mind goes like to the worst case scenario. Like, all of a sudden it becomes self-aware, somebody hacks it, and then you're like, how did you get murdered? It was the dumb robot. Who's going to believe that?
That is true. You went totally dark. I was thinking of Jetsons, like Rosie the robot.
Oh, Rosie.
You went to like murder Terminator, so I don't know.
Well, they're both, look, Rosie the robot is a good robot. Keep Rosie alive and well, but just don't advance to the next level of awareness, because it could cause problems for everybody. And if you do, just make sure that they're not hackable, because that's really the problem at the end of the day. Is it the robot's fault? Yeah. Usually you'll find it was a hacker hacking a robot, because robots are made to be, cool and or non-warlike, right? At least at the heart of them.
You would think so, right?
You would think, you would hope. So there you go. So don't trust the bad people that have access to the generators of getting into the codes of the poor little machines. So there you go. All right. Nobody ever defends the machines, right? You got to defend the machines. It's not their fault. Okay, let's go into some news you can use. Yes, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez announced their breakup. What? No, say it isn't so.
I'm not shocked.
I know a lot of people aren't. The pair have been dating for 4 years and recently said they were working on their relationship. Lopez and Rodriguez said in a joint statement about the breakup. I hate that you have to do this. You know what I mean? Like, you have to. I feel like I should a joint statement. We have realized we are better as friends and look forward to remaining so. We will continue to work together and support each other on our shared businesses and projects. The former couple have several business ventures together, including partnering with meal delivery company Tiller and Hatch. They said in a statement, "We wish the best for each other and one another's children. Out of respect for them, the only other comment we have to say is thank you to everyone who has sent kind words and support." Lopez has 13-year-old twins, Emmy and Max, with ex-husband Mark Anthony, and Rodriguez has 2 daughters, Natasha, 16, and Ella, 12, with ex-wife Cynthia Skirtis. The former Yankee player and Major League Baseball All-Star proposed to Lopez in 2019 with a massive diamond ring that's estimated to be worth more than, I don't want to say that number, $1 million, according to jewelry expert Catherine Money, VP of Strategy and Merchandising for jewelry company Brilliant Earth. Like many, the wedding was delayed due to the pandemic. Don't remind me. The pandemic has put a bunker on so many people's lives. I almost feel in the same boat with them. In March, it was widely reported that they had called off their engagement with rumors of all kinds of stuff, which were rumors. A day later, sources refuted that and said the couple were working through things and no third party was involved. Lopez, who's now 51, appeared to mock the split rumors on TikTok, posting a video sharing headlines about her and Rodriguez. In an interview with Allure magazine last month, Lopez revealed she and Rodriguez had gone to therapy during quarantine. Lopez said of being in lockdown, quote, "It's been really good, actually. We got to work on ourselves. We did therapy. I think it was really helpful for us in our relationship." The singer and actress is filming the romantic comedy Shotgun Wedding alongside Josh Dudamel in the Dominican Republic. Weeks ago, Rodriguez posted about missing his fiancée and flew to the Dominican Republic to visit her. Neither Lopez nor Rodriguez have posted publicly about the split, but now everybody's pretty open about it because there you go. But
how much time has she been married?
Let's not focus on that. Rodriguez, 45, posted an Instagram photo of himself and his daughters, writing, "Every day I'm grateful for my health, family, friends, and life's many blessings," including the hashtag attitude of gratitude. And you know what? They did 4 good full years. Here's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Coronavirus put a strain on a lot of families. If you know a family that has been put under the thick of it, you're probably not alone, right? And or some people let that stuff out, some people don't. I've heard of people divorcing. I've heard of people splitting up during coronavirus. It put a lot of damper on a lot of people's headspace, and then of course frustration. No amount of money probably could fix it. I don't know. I don't know if it. Obviously with them it didn't come down to money. Just maybe they both got stir crazy. I don't know. So, But each to their own. I think she'll find love around the corner. And he too. Look, they're both great individuals in their own right. I think they came together for each other at a very interesting time. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't know what else I could say. Yeah. So there you go.
It happens. It's better that they were apart rather than being together and being angry at each other. Am I right?
Well, you know what? I don't know if they were. I mean, were they angry at each other? I don't know. Did she just say? Because she has said quite a few times she's okay. Can I say something about J-Lo that I probably shouldn't, and she'll probably kill me for later? I feel she has a problem with commitment. I know she's gonna hate that I said that, but whatever. Okay. Runaway Bride. Does that remind you of anything? Runaway Bride. When I saw those two together, I felt like. And I'm sorry, but this was in the middle of it. I thought, oh, did you ever see Runaway Bride with
Matthew McConaughey? No. Well, no, wait. Runaway Bride. Is it? No. I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, it's okay. With Runaway Bride with what can I remember his name and her name? Obviously, Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. Okay. And Julia Roberts had a commitment. Like she would always get with the guy and she would always do, whatever they wanted. And then, she had a problem. And then at the end, he's like, well, how do you like your eggs? She's like, what do you mean? And Richard Gere was like bent on just saying, I'm going to figure out what makes this woman. Cause she ended up, dissing him as well. She just dissed all the guys. It's that situation. It's a Runaway Bride situation. I'm just saying, am I wrong? I could be wrong.
You could be. I just remembered what movie that was. I just Googled it. Yeah, I remember that movie now.
It's okay. Which Matthew McConaughey movie were you thinking of? Because there's been a few.
Oh no, I was thinking of a J-Lo movie where she was getting married. I don't know. I'm thinking of J-Lo. You got J-Lo in my head now.
No. You're thinking of the one Made in Manhattan.
Is it? No,
yeah, Made in Manhattan with Matthew McConaughey.
I don't think he was in that movie.
Wasn't he?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, Ralph Fiennes is in it. I don't know. I thought Made in Manhattan was with yeah. I don't know. You're right. Okay, Matthew McConaughey. You know what?
These movies are so like it's kind of hard to tear them apart. It's like they're all similar.
Let's see. And Matthew McConaughey starred in what movie, people? Because both me and Jesse have. Oh, it's called. That's right. I got it confused. It was called The Wedding Planner. I got it.
That's right. The
Wedding Planner. Dun dun dun. There it is. So there you go. Now we got it. All right. Let's see. Algenia says, at least she wasn't married 5 times like my grandma that died at 100.
Wow. You go, grandma.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Judy took issue with that one. She said Matthew was not made in Manhattan. So your mom knows. Whoa, she likes Matthew McConaughey, huh? I could tell. She's like, no. Get it right. So there you go. Look, how many times has Jennifer Lopez been married? You know what I will say? Married.
I think 3 times, but how many times has she been proposed to?
Oh my God! Right? It's kind of like, are you next? Are you next? Are you next? Let's see. Technically, I do sometimes like to look at. Okay. Let's see. She was married for less than a year to Ojani Noah. Then Chris Judd, 2001 to 2003. They ended that. And then Mark Anthony was the longest, 2004 to 2014, which I remember seeing these two in concert, and he was performing and she showed up. And then they did like this duo thing. And it was really cool to see them because I think in many ways, and I hate to say this, I don't want to say this to him, well, hopefully he'll never listen, Alex, I hope. But technically, if Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez could get back together, I would not be against it because they have kids together, right? I wouldn't be against that. I could see that only because they've been in so many ways like equals with that that they get each other. They love music together. They perform together. You get what I'm saying? Like they were like, whatever happened there, I feel bad. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this. I feel Alex was the guy that tried to make it right by her, but she was never quite over it. Is that wrong to say? I don't know.
No, not wrong to say. All comments are Aaron's. Algenia, to remember that.
She's got kids with the guy, so I mean, she's got to see him all the time, and that's a hard act to follow. But you know what? I know Alex is going to pick up really quick, guaranteed. There's at least 80 women that are going to be like, Alex is now single. Yes, guaranteed. Alex just has to focus on that. Trust me, Alex. Okay, we're going to see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. What? Am I wrong or am I right? I'm telling you, these two are the most available bachelorettes ever, right? And, I don't think she's ready for a relationship. I really don't. Alex, I think you need to go ahead and just pursue somebody that I guarantee you is like, oh, thank God. So trust me, there's at least 4 in your inner circle. Then I guarantee you're going to be like, you know what? We're friends. Thank you, Jennifer. And Jennifer's going to be like, and then you're going to be like, oh, And then the ring, though, everybody wants to know what's going to happen to the $1 million ring, right? I mean, do they have a buyback program? Is there something you could do for less? Does it have problems with it? Is there bad energy, bad juju? I say, I don't know. I've had that question many a times, but there you go. All right. Enough picking on the both of them, right? Yeah, there you go. Judy says there are 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth. So there you go. Judy says Jennifer's taking off her earrings and heels right about now. You know what? I don't mind. Judy says, I'm still Jenny from the block. Let's see. Judy says, leave Latino women alone. Aaron, what are you talking about? I said nothing about being Latin on that. That's just called being a woman. So there you go. I've got look. Okay. All right. Let's go at it. Boom, boom, boom. Ding, ding, ding. Round 1. I said nothing about Latina. Like, this has nothing to do with they're both technically. The fact that they both dance and do like merengue and cumbia and salsa, Mark Anthony and Rodriguez. I mean, that's neither one has anything to do with the other. But look, I think she just needs some time. She probably said that too. It's not you, it's me. And I guarantee you, she's the one that called it off. Guarantee. And there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. What? I just, it is whatever. But you guys are trying. Oh, I see it. You're trying to get me in hot water. I see now. Okay, whatever. But there you go. Look, coronavirus did a lot of stuff to a lot of couples. Guaranteed. If you were waiting, I think they both entered that with the right mindset. I just feel, it just. They'll both be happy in the end. It's not like they're going to have miserable lives going forward. Guaranteed. So, and you know what? They both got children. So focus on the children and you'll figure things out. So there you go. Rosalie says, I think she jumps into the next relationships too fast. When my divorce is final, I'm staying single. No more drama for me. Oh, good. Smart. Yeah. And easier said than done, I will say that. But you know what? Be open. And sometimes here's what I say about situations like that. And I saw this with Alex and her, and I could be wrong, but I said it, I think, a couple times in my head. It's simple. They needed each other in the time that they needed each other. Does that make sense? Sometimes you have certain loves of your life that just kind of come in and they're there and you hope that they're your forever. You plan on them being for your forever. And then you realize all of a sudden, they're not your forever. They're just your temporary middle, memory. And then sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. And who knows? I mean, I could say maybe in the end they might work it out, but I really don't think so. I don't think she'll go back. She tends to, once she leaves, she doesn't turn back. Does that make sense? She's very like, nope, I did this, I'm gone. Which I think leaves the man kind of like, right? But back to the kids and the children, those are the ones to suffer, right? Because I'm sure in some ways I could imagine him being a really good dad, especially since he has kids of his own. So I could imagine they were like, but so they're the ones really to kind of, but then they have their dad, Mark, which is kind of a hard act to follow. So it's kind of like Mark. I don't know. But there you go. Yeah. I don't know how to spin that in a good direction. I guess if you got to learn from it, learn one thing, and it is this: coronavirus is not a good one to be around. And if you see somebody hurting and or frustrated, give some wise counsel and say, you know what, whatever you can do to try to make it work out. So there you go. I mean, they didn't get married, so not really a divorce. It's just called an engagement. Cancel. Boop. Right? Did they get married? They didn't get married, right? I don't know. All right. So there you go. I think they called it off. Yeah, they called it off, and then they were working on it. So there you go. And you know what? They're still both young. Now, when you're 85, that's the question that people should be asking. If you're going to keep calling stuff off, ask yourself, okay, project yourself in the age of 85 and be like, is this person really the person that will be there through the thick and thin of it? Right? Does that make sense? Because there's some that oh no, they'd be gone, right? Like if you ended up in the hospital, right? Car accident, end up in a coma. Will they be there at your bedside each and every day waiting for you to wake up? I think when you ask yourself that question, then you go, wow, like it completely puts a shift on it all. Some of them you're like, nah, they'd be off like, with some other lady. And you know it, you all already know it, right? And then so you'd be like, no, he's been there even through the thick of it, even with, when I looked my worst. And then there's others that you go, guys, I'm sorry, but you're welcome. But it's a good way to kind of determine if you're in that headspace of, I don't know if it's you or if it's me or if it's you or if it's me. Just put yourself in a worst case scenario, and would they be there for you? And then likewise, would you be there for them? Right? What if all of a sudden they ended up with the coma? Would you be there at their bedside waiting for them to wake up? Well, some would be, some would not be, right? What if it was a month? What if it was 2 months? What if it was like that guy? I think there was a guy who made it so that I think she was on life support. And he's like, no, just pull the plug. What? So don't be that person, right? Because if the roles were reversed, would you want people to pull your plug? I don't think so. So there you go. Just, be the one that says, you know what? I think I could wake up and I'm pretty sure you would be there no matter what. Yeah. I mean, granted, yeah, that's true. If you have to ask that question and you're really ready for each other. But some people break up to get back together. J-Lo and Rodriguez, I don't see that happening personally. I'd be shocked, to be honest. But Mark Anthony and her, I wouldn't be shocked. Just saying. But then, that could be like Alex be like, but I think Alex, you got like 12 women right there all of a sudden being like, yep, Alex is mine. I got what J-Lo don't got. And then they'll, So Rodriguez, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. All right. I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone. Be good. Let's see. Genius says, through thick and thin, no matter what they do, the right way to have the good. I don't know what that means. Kids will be fine. Some are more mature than adult knows. Yeah. So there you go. All right, people, make it a great day. Have a good day. And remember, life is worth living. We'll see you tomorrow right here on The Morning Show. Bye-bye, everyone.